Hello everyone and welcome back to another Black Clover mobile video. So KIATO and Kahono are in game and their kits actually are slightly different from the leaks and they are interesting. So should you summon for these guys, we will be breaking down their kits and maybe help you make your decision. But let's start with KIATO, and he is a very interesting character. So let's take a look and see what his kit. So his skill number one is a single targeting damaging ability, and it increases his damage by 15% if you have a buff on him. So basic, if you have a buff on you, you will do more damage. His skill number two is an AoE, and it's actually got changed from the leaks. So he basically now gets a 10% increase crit rate for every buff on him. So maybe you have like 2 buffs on him or 3 buffs on him, you will get a 30 or 20% crit rate. So if you have 3 buffs, you will get 30% crit rate buff on him. That's very crazy, and it's an AoE. So let's take a look at his ultimate. Also, his ultimate is also very crazy. So if you have 2 or more buffs on KIATO, the attacks become a guaranteed crit, and for each buff on you applies a 15% accuracy increase. So as you can see, his ultimate is a nuke. So if you have 2 or more buffs, this ultimate will be a guaranteed crit, and the more buffs you have, the more accuracy the ultimate will get. So as you can see, he is very dependent on buffs, but if you guys can tell, like, none of his abilities gives him buffs, and that's I mean, this character is interesting. So let's take a look at his passive. His passive is called, let me read it. So his passive, this is the LR passive. It gives him so let me just read it. Applies exciting dance when receiving enhancing effect, and gives him idle debut eminent for 2 turns when you receive a 5 exciting dances. So let me just explain this. So whenever KIATO gains a buff, maybe from an ally, maybe from his maybe you are using him with Noelle. Let's say you are using him with Noelle, and Noelle gives him maybe 2 buffs from her skill number 2, a shield and a water barrier. So from his passive, he will actually gain 2 more extra buffs called the exciting dance. And what does this exciting dance buff gives him? It gives him 5% increase endurance and 5% increases block. So this guy will be getting buffs very easily. So if you apply 1 buff on him, his passive will give him 1 extra buff, the exciting dance buff. If you give him maybe 3 buffs, his passive will give him 3 exciting dances buff. And when he have 5 or more exciting dances buff, he will get a big buff called the idle debut eminent that gives him 30% increases endurance and 30% increases block and 50% increased damage for 2 turns. I mean, this passive is crazy. So this guy is very interesting. You want to use him with like another buffer characters, and there are a lot. Maybe you pull his sister Kahono, maybe you have like Fenril, maybe even the Noelle. So he's very interesting character. His passives is very unique. I kinda like him. Maybe I will pull for him, who knows. But I feel like he will be a very strong character. But he is a blue character or a blue attacker. So I know a lot of people have a lot of blue attackers. So yeah, you need to take that in mind. So let's go and take a look at his sister Kahono, and she actually also got changed from the leaks, and she's actually even better. So let's take a look at her in game. So she's also a blue healer, so they are both blue. The leaks said KIATO will be green, but he is a blue. So her skill number 1, let me just translate it on the fly. Her skill number 1 is a recovers the HP of the ally with the lowest HP for 4 turns by 4% of maximum HP. So very basic. She attacks, and the ally with the lowest HP will get the buff, the healing buff, as you can see here, for 4 turns. That's very awesome. So they will get healed for 4% for 4 turns. Her skill number 2 is actually very crazy, as you can see right here. There are a lot of stuff to break down. So her skill number 2, that gives a barrier for 2 turns for all allies of your maximum I think strength or attack, and also gives a level 2 defense power for 2 allies, and also gives a I think a level 2 attack. Oh no, she gives a level 2 recovery for all allies. So let's use her skill number 2. As you can see, her skill number 2 is crazy. Look at the buffs. Like, imagine this with KIATO. I mean, they are made to be used together. So as you can see, we got a lot of buffs. We got the recovery for 2 turns by 30%, and we got the level 2 defense increase. It increases the allies defense by 140%, and we also get the barrier. So as you can see, her 2 is broken. Her 2 is very good. I like her 2. She does a lot of stuff. So let's go take a look at her ultimate. So her ultimate is a restores the health of all allies and grants buff the buffs with the ultimate. So the buffs are decreases the HP of all allies by 20% for a 2 turns. Wait, let me see. It increases. I mean, the translations are scuffed, but you have to work with what do we have. So yeah, recovers the HP of all allies by 20% of your maximum HP. So you just build her HP and she will heal like crazy, and applies level 2 all attack power increase buff to all allies. So she heals 20% of her maximum HP and gives a 40% attack buff to all allies. I don't know, she's very crazy support, and she gives a lot of buffs, as you can see. So even though she was not that good in the leaks, she, like, I don't know, she used to remove burns and some random stuff like that. I mean, they made her a powerful character. I mean, both of them, her and her brother, are like very crazy. So if you want to summon on her, if you need a blue buffer for your team, I mean, yeah, you just go for her. I mean, I don't think her or her brother are waste of currency, but for me, I would say, guys, just try to hold on, try to save, because I know the Wizard King Julius is coming soon, maybe some more hype characters, and these characters will be on the like the normal banners on maybe you will get them while summoning for Julius or some other characters. But if you want to summon on them, they are both very good. I mean, yeah, I mean, these characters are getting stronger and stronger. So I didn't read her passive. Let me just take a look at her passive quickly. So her passive is 10% increases my max HP. That's very good for her ultimate, for her healing. That's very good. And her awakening passive is 8% damage reduction and 12% increases max health. That's a lot of buffs. So yeah, the both of them are very strong. Let's, you know what? Let's do one multi on KIATO, because he is a very interesting character. And let's see, maybe we will pull him in the first multi. I mean, I know I'm just coping, but yeah, maybe try to summon on them, maybe try to not go hard, to try not to waste all of your stuff on him. But yeah, I will just do one multi and call it a day. Maybe we will get an SSR. But yeah, overall, I like these characters. So there is, I think, no SSR here. Yeah, it's a dud. So yeah. So my final verdict, guys, if you can hold off, I would, guys, tell you to maybe save, maybe just wait for more showcases, because everything I talked about is only on paper. Maybe like when we use the characters, the story is different. So just wait for showcases, wait for people to use these characters, wait for the leaks or wait for the next characters and make your decision. Don't be hasty, and saving your money is, or saving your currency is not a bad thing, because these characters will be back in the future banners. So this is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, and I will catch you in the next one.